Welcome to VFSN. I'm Chris DeMarco with Lefty McGovern, and you're watching the Valley Forge Disc Golf League.
Attention, Greystone locals. We are back week 2, Arctic Tundra versus the Rock City Royals here at Greystone Woods Disc Golf Course. Let's get it.
We're back again here at our home course. We've got tight fairways, crowded greens, and water lurking at nearly every corner. Up first, we've got the Arctic Tundra.
Led off by their very own GM, number 5, Travis Rollins.
Travis Rollins moved his flight to be here today. You'll love to see it. The 2021 Putter of the Year, Shane Sassone.
Followed by a newcomer to the league, Craig Oriente. Pumped to see what this kid can do.
Craig won the putting championship at the 2021 Summer Jamboree. They got some putters on their team. Here they are, the defending champions, coming off a loss against my team last week. We got number 9, Paul Volanich. Looking great out there.
Number 2 and number 7, Adam All Day Andrew, and another newcomer to this great league.
He's got some crazy distance, and Daniel Schifrin coming off a trade from the New Jersey Goldfinches. He's in there 4, but he's a tier 3. It's safe to say he's looking to make a name for himself out here today.
Yeah, after the trade, I know that Dan is definitely on the hunt for redemption. He knows that he's better than where he is placed, but watch out.
Yeah, Dan, being one of our commentators, understands how this game is played very well. Let's jump over to that 6th rule there. All 3 players are going to throw from every single lie. Triple scramble here in the VFDGL. Now, Lefty, we're 1 week into the season. How you feeling about your team, the Galaxy, so far?
The Galaxy is looking pretty good so far, but I just want to talk about the Rock City Royals and how they just find themselves in 5th place. If the season ends today, they would not be in the playoffs.
Yeah, only top 4 will move on. I love that take there, Lefty. Now, here's the thing about this game. Scott sitting himself out as the Tier 1. Tier 1s have to sit at least once this season, but Travis Rollins kind of appearing out of thin air here. Do you think he's nervous today?
I think that Scott is definitely nervous, but I know that he's a good GM, and he knows that Adam, Paul, and Dan are just as good as any other threesome that this league has to offer.
Love to hear that. Let's head down to Greystone Woods and see how Travis Rollins is feeling. Stayed here an extra week. He's got to be motivated today. Travis?
Feels good. First time at Greystone. 5-6 months, honestly. Some of the ceilings look a little lower. No leaves yet, though, so hopefully the lines are wide. Yeah, playing the Royals today. Same layout we lost to them on last year to miss the playoffs. So definitely looking for some redemption today.
Hole 1, par 3, 231 feet, left to right shot. You want to be aggressive here, but this angle on the green forces you to be really, really strong with your angles here.
Travis Rollins sporting the Arctic Tundra uniform, short shorts included.
Yeah, he's looking absolutely spectacular. That's a very common zone to settle in on this hole. Greystone's all about knowing all the little intricacies, knowing those spots to nestle up. Here's a guy who plays this course more than anyone, Daniel Schifrin, one of our very own. And if we're seeing his shot, it of course means that it was the best shot of the group for the Rock City Royals.
I know the Royals would have liked to get a little bit closer here for this second shot, but I know that they would rather be here than down in the water.
Solid run from number 9 there. We keep butchering the Royals numbers here today. Craig Oriente, number 11, stepping up to the putt. Looking to take a stroke in the first hole. Actually, that looked like more of a layup from Craig there.
Yeah, they get saved by that tree on the rollaway, but Shane and the gang and Craig right here, we see, finishing it off.
I do believe Craig is going first for the Tundra. I believe they're going to go Craig, Travis, and then Shane. We love to play favorites on this channel. We are huge fans of Dan Schifrin. Hole 2, par 3, 206 feet. Another very narrow tunnel shot. The hill plays a little bit left to right at the end here, so that water can definitely come in play if you don't land nice and flat.
Travis Rollins, 2 for 2 off the tee for the Tundra. Welcome back.
Yeah, you love to see them selecting the general manager's shot early. Dan Schifrin again, looking to make a name for himself. Recently traded from the Goldfinches. He's on a stacked team now, Lefty, so there's, you know, it's going to be hard for him to make a name for himself out here, but if he's going to be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, the Royals definitely have found themselves in a great spot, adding Dan Schifrin. As you can see, he knows the course well. He's not going to hit any of those trees, and he's going to park that one for an easy bird.
Beautiful usage of the zone to put that one out flat. And like you mentioned, Lefty, Dan Schifrin, such a valuable asset in the 4.
The Royals having 2 tier 3s with Dan technically being in the 4 spot is going to be key. Guys like Scott DeMarco are smart GMs, and he's definitely going to be happy sending out Paul, Adam, and Dan on days like today and try to squeak out a couple points.
Come on.
Great run from Craig there. But that being said, Lefty, again, Travis Rollins kind of appearing out of thin air here. Royals didn't expect it. Really curious to see how it plays out for him. Adam Andrian stepping up, grabbing the birdie.
Yeah, Travis is definitely one of the more feared players in this league. You know, quite a jokester at times, and he does live in Colorado, but when he's here, you guys got to watch out.
I've said it before, definitely the most balanced tier 1 in the league. But at the end of the day, the vibes are so great out here. We love to see Travis staying in. You see Shane kicking it with the Royals. It's just such a great energy in the league. A lot of these guys grew up together.
Yeah, I would like to see Scott dress a little bit better when he's playing as opposed to watching, but, you know, we'll talk to him about it.
Hole 3, par 3, 213 feet. 2 options off of this tee. Both are very narrow. There is water on the right side, but you can be real aggressive here. You don't have to worry too much about that.
Great skip up, baby. It's a look.
Adam's first take here today at Gray.
He did have a putt on the last hole. Craig Oriente. Little bit wide.
A little bit of trouble here for the Tundra. They definitely don't want to fall down 2 to the Royals. We know how hard it is to get strokes back in a game like this.
Could you have imagined? Oh, that is a great effort from Shane there.
If anyone's going to make it off a tree, it is Shane.
Adam for the solo birdie. That is a great hole to get a solo birdie on. By no means the most difficult hole on the course, but this one slips away from our players quite often.
Yeah, it is one of the par 3s on a nice stretch of par 3s. And, yeah.
So Royals going up 2 on the first 3. Tundra got some shooters. Let's see if they can battle back. Hole 4, par 3, 181. It's so crowded going into this green. The elevation is so tricky that it's just so hard to believe this is 181.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of tee shots that you could take off here that look like they're going to make it and they don't. And there's other ones that look like they're not going to make it and they do. As Paul pushes one out way left.
That's in a decent spot, but this hill's just so vertical. I think that's why it feels so much longer than 181. You really have to push into the hole. Most players are going to go with a mid-range or a fairway driver here, even though it's such a short distance.
Travis with the snowboarder's tan on those nice legs of his.
Snowboarder's
gets it
tan.
right under the basket.
You heard it here first. Dan Schifrin looking to strike. Let's see if you can just put the Tundra away right here on hole 4.
Dan Schifrin.
No way. No way, Dan Schifrin.
That uphill putt is no joke. Let's see it again.
When is Dan Schifrin playing the Goldfinches? I need to know when the redemption game is. This kid's shooting.
Must watch TV.
All right, big moment for the Tundra. This needs to fall. Good putt from Craig.
The Tundra's putting is definitely going to be a huge problem going forward. And by problem, I mean great for them, and
And by problem, I mean solution.
Other teams.
Yeah, Craig, like I mentioned, won Putter of the Year at the Summer Jamboree in 2021. Shane won last year in the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. Some good shooters on that team. We did see Travis stepping up quite a bit off of the tee as well. But on the other side of the tee, Dan Schifrin going absolutely crazy. Dan, how you feeling down there?
And we'll try to work a lot more on the mental game this offseason. Just having that kind of goldfish memory, forget about that bad break and focus on the next shot ahead of you.
And did you change the backhand form? Tell us a little bit about that off-season process. Was it because of the change in teams? What happened there?
Well, honestly, I just love the game so much that like I'm always workshopping my form.
Thank you for that kind word from Daniel Schifrin. Hole 5, par 4, 432 feet. Now this is a hole whose winding, narrow fairway can give way to some really creative lines. Fortunately, it is a little bit downhill, so if you put one out nice and flat, you can really get some good distance here. And the shape of this fairway, lefty, just allows you to really get a full flight out of the disc from left to right.
Dan and the Royals find themselves a little bit off to the left, which if you ask me, I'd rather be off to the right, as the left side of the fairway has a huge downhill slope, but I think that they'll be all right from there.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get the turn that he wanted, but a good tree kick and another one.
Shane with a double doink to stay on the fairway. Love the bucket hat and the tights.
Yeah, Tundra absolutely.
Best
I
dressed.
I don't know if I want to say best dressed, but just like best looking in what they do. I can't call what I'm seeing here best dressed, as Travis Rollins throws a beautiful upshot, getting the Tundra to about 20 feet. Should have them a nice look for the birdie. Now let's see if the Royals can get in here. They're in a tricky spot, but if they can get a putt, they've probably secured this win here.
Adam going super high.
Super high, super wide, and that's about 60 or so feet there, possibly even further. A tough spot for them to be off the tee. We've seen this hole get the better of the Royals quite a bit, if we're being honest.
And we've also seen Paul Bolanich come up huge. Not today.
That's a great run off the band, dead center. Shane Sassone. Now we know he putts third for the Tundra.
Not a doubt. From the Fire Champ putter champion.
He did win that too. He won a basket at the Four Chapters.
It can't be said enough times. Shane is a demon anywhere where the basket's in sight.
Anywhere where the basket's in sight. I absolutely love that. And we've got Chapter 2 air coming up in like 3-4 days. This Saturday.
June 4th.
June 4th.
June 4th, baby.
Hole 6, par 3, 237. This is an incredible finishing hole. It never was really the most exciting hole at Greystone to me, but the more I see us finish on this hole, the more excited I get. What a cool shot.
Yeah. We've seen it enough times to know, I think, that people at Gray will soon think of this hole as the finisher for the VFDGL.
Shane Sassone with a fantastic putt at a clutch moment. Now Dan Schifrin stepping up to the tee, looking to put this one away for the Rock City Royals. His GM, Scott DeMarco, looking on.
And there it is. Park job again, Dan Schifrin. Are we shocked?
That is good disc golf. I talked to Daniel Schifrin before the game. He told me he wasn't feeling that confident on hole 12. But what an incredible forehand. Using a little bit of turn out of the disc on hyzer. See if the Tundra can just limit this to one stroke here.
Every stroke counts here. Ooh, unlucky. The Tundra have hit the basket.
From Craig Oriente, the Tony Gwynn of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. Have you seen his form?
Yeah, sure. Don't really know what that means, Chris, but
he's just like hunched over, like Tony Gwynn. Like, come on.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yeah, sorry to the Gwynn family that you didn't get that. 2-stroke deficit for the Tundra. They saved Travis Rollins, which means they haven't sat their tier 1 yet. Rock City Royals, on the other hand, sitting Scott DeMarco. How big is that win for the Royals there?
Yeah, I think that with Scott sitting out in game 1, especially against Travis, they'll definitely be going into game 2 knowing that they already, did what they came in to do today, and that is to get a couple points.
Yeah, I agree with that. And taking a look at the Tundra's lineup, I mean, they have some of their biggest shooters here today, so it's possible they could come out in the second game and do well. Travis, any different changes to the game plan here heading into game 2?
Not the redemption we were looking for on the first match. Definitely going to be looking to pick up a couple strokes on the second match here, but everybody's in good spirits. We're out here playing disc golf. We're having a good time.
Even after taking a loss, the kid is a great interview.
Hole 1, par 3, 225, left to right shot. Massive downhill slope on the left side, so the backhand can get super tricky. If you kick off on that left side, you're going flying. Wow.
And Dan does exactly what this hole was meant for.
Oh.
Ooh.
Daniel Schifrin is just coming out here and absolutely lacing these fairways. This is unbelievable.
Scott DeMarco run to the basket. That's a GM.
Classic Scott DeMarco move.
Oh, you're good.
Daniel showing the league that he wants a tier update.
Tier update. I hope to see him out at some more PDGA events in the future. He just played at Chapter 2 Air. We've got that coverage coming up later this week. Travis Rollins.
There it is. Black putter in the basket.
Very clutch for the GM number 5 here. Deep in circle 1. Need to get this game started off on the right foot. Royals with a really nice look up there. Here we go, Travis.
Solo bird. Scott, loving it.
Enthusiastic running, enthusiastic clapping. GM ship. Kind gentleman. Good disc golf. Hole 2, par 4, 455. You want to put this one on as much nose up hyzer as you can so you can really get around the bend and get down the fairway. Straight shots in disc golf are always hard, especially when the green is this crowded, and those rocks sometimes can kick you into some crazy places with that water behind. So you've got to be careful. It is a 2-shot par 4, but again, I think you really want to be aggressive off of this start.
And that is an absolute smash. Adam, keep it up, kid. Chris, you good? You good?
Keep doing more, you, Adam Andrian. Number 7. That is one of the furthest drives I've ever seen on this hole. It did get a little sneaky on the back door there.
And that one is also good, but
That's
not
also
quite
an
as
incredible
good.
drive from Craig, the Tony Gwynn of the VFDGL.
Go through the gap. I mean, there's a gap there. He's not in between these two guys right here. These two branches. Yeah. Not above them. Not the.
Shout out Jose Coladal for coming out to spectate his team today. Travis talking about some crazy lines out here in the woods. So creative, Greystone. It's really amazing what you can do.
Wow, that camera work is great.
Truly. An absolute spectacle. Just like the legs of Travis Rollins. I mean, I need more of that. What?
Forehand.
Great upshot from number 5. Just plopping down a nice 3.
Yeah.
Look at how close the Royals are. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not going to see this often. I mean, that is a eagle look if I've ever seen
That
one.
is the furthest drive I've ever seen on this hole. Shout out Sam Doyle, who has gotten the eagle on this hole. Tundra with a really nice 1, 2, 3 there to get the birdie, but the Royals, I would be intimidated right now. This is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, they're 2 for 2 right now. They missed only 2 holes on the front, so we'll see them coming strong. I don't know.
What is this? This is looking deadly.
This looks dangerous.
Deadly.
Listen, they're called the Tundra for a reason. This isn't one of them, but
do not try what you see here at home. We have some serious athletes in the VFDGL.
Yes, athletes.
Hole 3, par 3, 244 feet. Big ace run hole, left to right. Water in front of the green, but a little backboard behind the basket. Time to get aggressive. Time to make some magic happen. Dan Schifrin again on the tee for Rock City. He's coming out swinging here in the VFDGL. Can't wait to have him back in the booth to talk about this performance.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
Dan is definitely flexing his muscles a little bit. This hole is the hole to go aggressive here on the back set.
And Dan's been working out, hitting the punching bag as well, so watch out. Ferocious. Shane Sassone. Shane Sassone. You owe me a Coke.
The bucket hat in full force. Trying to copy Zachary Tussone, who you will see on Saturday in Shepherd.
How could you disrespect Shane like that? Take that back right now. All respect to Zachary Tussone. But you take that back. Shane's been rocking that bucket on this channel for a while, since long before Ricky Wysocki himself.
Shane did wear it first. Paul Bolanich,
nice
the people's champ.
2 for the Royals. Scott's got to be really happy with this performance from his team. I mean, this is scary. Returning champs coming out, adding so much talent to their roster. Are we seeing a legacy form here? I mean, they lost last week, and I'm still scared.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely a team to fear. Losing Johnny Eckert definitely lost. They lost some heart as Shane kisses the basket for reasons unknown.
Solo birdie.
The Royals are back.
Royals are back. I don't think
they ever left. I don't know.
Hole 4, par 3, 250, left to right, uphill. Tundra pushing well. Royals staying with. This is a shot where the Tundra have a lot of options. They may be able to make a move here, but Dan Schifrin is just laying it down at Greystone Woods today, here in week 2 of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League.
This is what playing every day does. Practice makes perfect. This kid is getting all of his shots taken. It is not a fluke. But that is.
Troubled waters for the Tundra. Massive elevation on the left side of this hole. They probably found themselves in some trouble. But Travis Rollins just wants to keep things simple. Put the ball in the court of Rock City. Bottom of the hill, Paul Bolanich. He putts well on elevation because he has a very lofty putt.
Ooh, not enough juice.
Just a little low. I think if he could have gotten his feet set there and gone for the stragger, What? Did I think I just combined straddle and stagger?
That's 5 strokes now. You've got tallied up.
I think we won the second game.
Greystone Woods, the last 2 holes in the course, some of the most beautiful disc golf that New Jersey has to offer. This is exactly what we came here for.
Yeah, it is, Chris. And I think if I can make a prediction real quick, I think that the Tundra have what it takes to pull off the upset and maybe leave the Royals with a little bit of questions going into the next game.
Speaking of questions, Paul Bolanich is a wizard of answering them. Paul, how are you feeling down there at Greystone Woods? It's a beautiful day in week 2 VFDGL. Talk to us.
It feels really good. Dan's doing a great job today for sure. He's made a lot of putts and a lot of good drives, so we're doing well.
Hole 5, par 3, 363 feet. Now, this is not an island hole, but in this format, it sort of feels like one. You need to get yourself into that peninsula, get yourself a look at the birdie, too. Dan Schifrin, yet again.
Dan deciding to go safe with it, go really high out wide. Doesn't quite have the distance to get all the way in towards the basket, but he's going to do exactly what he should be doing and giving them a straight look.
Yeah, decent look. Not too much pressure on the Tundra here, though. That's not too close to the basket. We haven't seen any putts from that distance from the Royals yet today. Craig Oriente playing one out wide, but it's pushing on Heiser. Kind of rolls over Dan's disc there.
Yeah, I mean, going into the day, we definitely did not know a lot about Craig, but we are learning quick that this kid is a demon.
He's a demon. That's 2 out of 3 players on the Arctic Tundra who are demons. That's a 67% demon rate, and I'm impressed. Craig Oriente to take a stroke with 1 to go.
Almost does it. This kid has been hunting all day. The Tundra in general, I think they've hit the basket on almost every hole.
One of the most exciting teams to watch here in the VFDGL, surely. I mean, I don't want to say they're the best team from distance with Mike Scardino putting the way he is, but just riveting to watch them play.
Yeah, if you're playing against them and they step up to their lie, look away, because you might not like what you see.
Players finishing up. Casual yet competitive energy. I think it's what we specialize in here. And that's the prettiest bird that Dan's ever seen. Paul's got some incredible discs.
I wasn't using that as a cane. I'm good. I'm healthy. Don't nothing in the scouting report. I'm healthy.
Let's go. We got some incredible matches coming up next week. Wednesday at 8 p.m. We've got matches every week
Great playing with you guys.
for the next few months.
Yeah, I mean, I was counting them today. It's double-digit weeks. We're going to be having VFDGL coverage
DGDW, double-digit weeks.
for a long time.
Hole 6, par 3, 380 feet lefty. Tell the people about this beautiful hole here at Greystone Woods.
Yeah, I would definitely not call it a score separator. It is beautiful, like you said, Chris. But these better players with a lot of distance are going to set their teams up really, really well to just get that nice par.
I feel like this is a separator. I feel like we can see a birdie 2 here. Dan Schifrin, just not quite enough power on that one. I liked the shape of it, but it just couldn't really hold that Anheuser well. Travis Rollins has a unique opportunity here. He decided to stay an extra week. Let's see if he can just kind of balance this game out, balance his day out with a W.
And that is an absolute bomb.
So smooth from Travis Rollins, absolutely effortless. It looked like he went with a little bit of an understable disc and started it on Anheuser, but gave it the height it needed to stay consistent the whole way.
We love Travis here on this channel, and we love that shot. I mean, like I said a couple minutes ago, the Tundra might be able to sneak a point here.
I know I told you not to go too hard on Travis before the match, but you don't gotta start peppering it like that, okay? We can call it what it is. You guys have a rivalry. It's okay. You don't gotta start saying all these pleasantries.
Listen, I'm just trying to psych him out a little bit. You know, we're gonna be playing his team soon, and
Scout, what are you doing? The pressure's on Shane Sassone. He's the third putter, but he hits it.
Nice putt, Shane.
Yeah, you can hear Scott talking about Shane not missing that. You got to realize, like, these players, Shane's a tier 2, 900 rated, really good disc golfer, but that's a far putt to hit when you've just seen 2 of your teammates miss it.
yeah, but I don't think that Shane has a nervous bone or nervous nerve in his body at all. This kid comes to play. He comes to putt especially.
I don't want to disrespect the Tundra here, especially with how swaggy Shane looks every single week in and week out, but I would love to see him on the Galaxy someday. Just in another universe. Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, Shane would look good in purple, but I think it'll take a lot to pry him away from his boy Travis, and I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to break them up. I would like to beat them with my own team.
I love to hear that.
I can see you.
Great vibes out here in the VFDGL, folks. We really do appreciate all the comments. We read every single one of them. I know I do. Do you still keep up with everything?
Yeah, I mean, the comments have been flowing these last couple of videos, and we appreciate
That's really true.
all the love. I mean, we haven't had more comments than we've had in the last couple of weeks. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, and the amount of interest to join the league is so promising because there's literally nothing I won't do. 16 teams next year? How many would that be adding? Would that be adding 10 teams? That's
yeah.
like 40 people. We could find that. I'm confident we could find that. Drop a comment down below if you're interested in joining the VFDGL next season. And if you don't, there's no chance I'm going to let you join.
And what would your team name be if you could start your own team? That's the question of the week.
If I could start a new team, I would call it the Flowertown Players. I want to get that on video before Przicki takes advantage because it's one that we've been workshopping, to quote Dan Schifrin.
Well, we have a couple GMs in mind, and we won't spoil it now, but the season's just taking off.
I didn't know that. What GMs do we have in mind? No, I'm just Anyway, let's wrap up the game here. Tundra versus Royals. Some really exciting disc golf. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We saw a win and a loss on both sides. Kind of a split down the middle today. I mean, what are some of the takeaways for each team here?
Yeah, Travis, definitely it's paying off, him staying the extra couple days to play in this matchup. The Tundra
Moved
came
his
in.
flight.
Yeah, I mean,
That's dedication.
Dedication. I'm going to stop.
When you see
Sucking
3K on that first video, yeah, right. I'll say that. How about I say the good stuff about Travis? Travis Rollins stayed a week. We saw quite a bit of his shots. Hole 18, he stepped up and said, I'm here. Took a draw with the Royals. And I hate to say this, but if they were to go lost tie there against a Scottless Royals team, that's not what you want going into
the rest of the league really, it would have given Scott a little too much confidence, and it would have made that flight back to Colorado a little too long. for Travis. But hey, they walk away with a win and a couple points, and I think that Travis can go back home to Colorado. Knowing that his team,
run that back. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you think that.
Knowing that his team will be in good hands. We'll see Travis Amico coming back next week.
Yes,
he's
I
a great
cannot
leader,
wait.
while Travis Rollins is away in Colorado.
Absolutely. So much to look forward to in the Valley Forge Disc Golf League. Folks, if you're enjoying the video, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next week.